And good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's good to see you all again for the video forecast. We are back, and now we are officially PA Weather Academy. I appreciate all of your guys' support, and I'm excited to begin this new journey as a new forecaster, I guess you could say, for a larger area. So this is definitely exciting. But the forecast today, really not that exciting overall, is we're going to have more of those lake effect showers across much of the region today, especially as we have that northwest flow off the lakes. That really is the trigger for some of this lake effect convection. And it will be overall cool and it will be breezy once again. So, kind of a repeat of yesterday. Honestly, not the greatest of days. I know Pennsylvania's seen better days, but hey, we have seen a lot worse days overall. And I wanted to bring in the FE3 radar guess for this afternoon, kind of shows some of those lake effect showers. And what happens is when you have a northwest flow off the lakes like this, it's the fetch, or I should say the amount of moisture that's getting transported over a certain amount of time over the lakes is actually larger, which actually helps to develop just this little bit of instability in the atmosphere, which helps to get some of these lake effect showers going. And I also wanted to bring up some of the Lake Erie observations. I wanted to show you guys the water temperatures that are just recorded. This was 10 p.m. When this is being recorded, so 10 p.m. this evening. Water temperature is still in the 50s and 60s for most of the area. So as long as the lakes stay above, or I should say, but yeah, above 32 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously freezing level, then that will be a trigger for any kind of lake effect, especially when you have low pressure up to the north and you have that northwesterly flow off the lakes. This is how you get some of these lake effect showers. And it's that time of the year where this will soon turn into snow squalls, probably in about a month or so. And this is where Erie and northwestern PA start to see some of that major lake effect snow season in a couple weeks here. So we'll be watching this as we get closer, but this is just a little preview of what might be to come in the coming months or so, especially as the lakes are above freezing. But as we get into the weekend, it's kind of going to be a little on the boring side, but it's actually going to be a little bit better in terms of the weather. So we're going to see high pressure at the surface, drying us out. But what's going to happen is we are going to have a northerly flow and a northerly breeze with this high pressure, which will actually keep us on the cooler side still. So we will see temperatures struggling to make it into the 50s for some areas again, kind of like what we have been seeing the last couple days. So overall, it won't be the greatest thing in the world, but honestly, the little bit of improvement at least will be able to dry out from high pressure kind of eating away. And as I mentioned, high pressure is kind of productive to any of those lake effect showers. And it kind of, that dry air always kind of wins over that little bit of moister air. So that's really good in terms of the weekend. I think it's going to be a pretty good weekend overall, just a little bit on the chilly side. Now, I want to address a couple things regarding the storm system next weekend, potentially a hurricane, and blah, 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 the Canadian model. This is what I saw, but I just wanted to point this out now that we are looking at a potential coastal system next week. Lots still iron out, still very far away. I'm talking still 8-9 days away at this time. So I'm really not going to be zoning in on a forecast for any of this yet. There is a possibility. I will say this for the most part. I think Halloween or around Halloween and to end August. Not August, October. I meant. Sorry. Oh my goodness, August. I wish it was August, but it will be on the cooler side. We're going to see a large dip in the jet stream to the south. So we will be seeing some of that cooler air making its way in. So it will expect the pattern to remain relatively cool overall, especially as we get into the Halloween. And we could be looking at some good soaking rains for around Halloween as well. So, but it's still a little far out to really get into details. But I will be watching that as next week goes on. That's all I have for you guys today. I want you guys to have a wonderful Friday and even a better weekend. I'm meteorologist Mike Javer.